Okay guys, so this is a budget earbud from Kbear, which is called Little Q, and is really good for that price. Hi guys, my name's Ian. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I do mostly audio product reviews, and if you guys are interested, do consider to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. Alright, Kbear Little Q, and it's only $15 and it's really cheap, right, for the sound that it produces. If you guys are interested, do check out the link down in the description below, or you can check out Kbear's AliExpress official website. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is go through the accessories, the fit and comfort, and then the sound performance. Okay, so it comes in a box like this, a very simple box. Cannot be simpler. So quite beat up as well when it arrived. So at the back, it's got some information. Let's just go through that very quickly. The impedance of this earbud or earphone is 32 ohms. Sensitivity is 118. The frequency response is 20 to 20,000 hertz. And the driver for this dynamic driver is 6mm composite diaphragm type of driver. Okay, but it's 6mm, right? In the box, you get some paperwork and 3 sets of ear tips, right? So Kbear ear tips, nice and soft ear tips, very normal ear tips. Okay, the cable that it comes with is not detachable from the earphones, so if you damage the head, as in the 3.5 headphone jack, or the cable, or the earphone itself, then you might need to buy a new one, but it's so cheap, you know, you can buy a new one. It comes with a straight type 3.5 headphone jack, and the cable is a single core silicone cable. The Y splitter is made of metal with a plastic insert, and cable is attached to the earphones like this, right? And on the earphone is a bullet style type of IEM. Okay, and you guys know that I like this type of IEM. It fits my ear the best. Okay, so yeah, at the back of the earphone you do get some polka dot design, right? And this entire thing is actually where the 6mm dynamic driver houses, somewhere around here. The nozzle is part of the body itself. It's made of I think this is aluminum. The filter is made of paper, right? So it's paper filter. It's not those metal mesh type of filter. And yeah, so the build is quite simple actually, for a $15 earphone. Okay, the fit and comfort, oh my god, this is so comfortable, fits my ear so well, goes into the ear and just disappears into my ear. One of the best fitting earphone I've used. It's so easy to use, you know, just plug it into the ears and just leave it there. I even sleep with it, you know, it's so comfortable that I sleep with it. So that's how comfortable these earphones are. They are really small, right? So these are small form factor earphones, 6mm dynamic driver, and it's really small and it's really good for the fit. Seal is also good. I mean, this is what I call not over the ear type of cable, so when I tug on it, it gets loose and I have to reseal it. I mean, no big deal, you know. It's very comfortable in my ear. Okay, so let's talk about the sound performance of these Little Q. So for that, let me take out my graph and let's talk about how these will sound. Be right back. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, I have graphed out this Little Q. Very nice name. I like the name, you know, better than the, you know, last time. So but anyway, it's called Little Q, and this is, to me, a very good tuning for a $15 earphone. If you go out to the market nowadays, if you go to any shop, right, look for a $15 earphone and try it. It will not sound as good as this. I mean, even though it's a V-shaped tuning, but the V shape it's a very good tuning, right, for a $15 earphone. So let's talk about the technicalities first. I think that deserves a shout out for a 6mm dynamic driver. This has got a very good soundstage, right, for $15. It's wide, it's got depth, it's got layers. Well, not much layers, but it's got layers, right? Sound separation is good, sound imaging is good as well. So I mean, for $15, I'm getting more than what I asked for or what I pay for. So yeah, it's good. Technicalities, no issues. Resolution and detail retrieval. Okay, resolution, it may not be as resolving as some of my other earphones or IEMs, but for $15, I couldn't ask for more. All right, $15. It's got a good resolution. Okay, detail retrieval. I can pick up nuances of the sound, but not all of it. But that is expected. You know, my expectation has been lowered because it's $15. Okay. Now let's talk about the sound signature. So as I mentioned, this is a V-shaped tuning, and I might say, you know, a lot of earphones out there, they are V-shaped. In fact, more than V-shaped. The bass department is fully bloated. The treble is really sharp, shouty, sibilant, but not for this. This little Q is nicely tuned with the nice level of bass and treble. Okay, so sub bass is nice and rumbly. It's got that extension there, very good controls rumble. The tone and timbre of it is warm, with a little bit of heavy note to it. Very nice rumble and good extension as well. As you can see, it does not roll off, so a very good extension. It's above the Harman target, so I might say this sub bass is, you know, a little bit more than what the general public would want. Okay, and let's talk about the mid bass. Mid bass is also elevated, as you can see, but nice warm mid bass, very punchy, very impactful. I would say, you know, one of the punchiest mid bass that I've come across for a $15 earphone. Okay, and it's really punchy, nice and warm as well. It does bleed a little bit to the mids, but it's expected. You know, all V-shaped tuning will bleed a little bit. So but you know, in terms of control, I think the control is okay. You know, it's bleed a little bit, but not overwhelming. Okay. Mids. All right, so mids are recessed, but in the entire mix itself, it depends on what track you're listening to, by the way. So for instruments like the pianos, the violins, trumpets, clarinets, if let's say they are in a solo, then of course it will sound forward. But pianos, like main pianos, they sound just a little bit laid back as compared to the bass. Some of the double bass, you know, it will be more prominent as compared to the pianos or the violins in the mix. So it depends really on the track that you're listening to. I mean, if you're listening to pop songs, it doesn't really matter because the bass, the drums, and you know, everything else is forward anyway as compared to the pianos and those other instruments, okay, that live in the midst. So I think yeah, midst is okay, right? No complaints on that, but it's recessed, right? Good note weight as well. It's a nice and warm tone to the midst. Vocals, right? So male vocals, they have that nice authority to it, to the mix itself. Very good presence, heavy note weight and warm. They sound laid back. I mean, it's expected, but they have got nice warm tone to their presence in the mix itself. Female vocals, they sound just nice, right? A little bit bright, a little bit sparkly, but it's just sufficient. I think the in terms of the tuning, I feel that they are just at a very safe tuning, very acceptable tuning, right? So female vocals, they are not shouty, they are not harsh, they're just nice. They sound nice, they sound present. They've got that little bit of laid backness to the entire mix, and they sound warm. Okay. So both female vocals and male vocals, I find that it's okay, right? Acceptable for $15. I think this is not bad. Now treble. Now treble is, I would say, it's a very safe tuning, right? It's not shouty, it's not bright, as very bright. It's not doesn't sparkle, right? But at the same time, it's not dark, right? It's not dark. It's not muddy. It's not muffled or muted type of treble. Okay, treble is just nice. If you look at the graph, it looks pretty normal, and it's a pretty good treble actually. If you ask me, the roll off is nice. The extension is good, and simple strikes, hi hats. They've got that. I wouldn't say natural, but warm and heavy type of tone to it, and this sound just okay. For $15, I wouldn't expect this to sound exceptional. Okay, it sounds really good, but not exceptional. Okay, so overall, I would say that this is a very good $15 earphone. The general public will love this. Everyone who is not audiophiles, right? If you plug this into your ear, it just sounds nice. It sounds soothing. It plays most of the genres, hip hop, rock, EDM, classical, not so much. Classical, definitely, if you are a critical listening person, you definitely need something better than this. But I would say any other person out there who with a normal taste of music, then this will definitely fulfill your need. $15, very good earphone for that price, and very good tuning for that price. Okay, so yeah, I do recommend for anyone, even non-audiophiles, if you are watching, right? This is a very good earphone. You can buy this earphone. It will play your music very well. Even if you are watching YouTube or movies with this is fine, because it's got good bass and good treble, and the mids are not those type of mids whereby it's really recessed, whereby it's veiled by the other frequencies. It's okay. It's a good recess. It's got a good gain as well. Okay. Alright, so that concludes my overall impression and review of this Little Q from Kbear. Okay, go get it. It's $15. And I hope you guys learned something from this video and enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, do consider to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in my next video. Cheers.